I want to say good afternoon to each and every one of you. Oh, you're looking mighty fine on a Thursday evening. My name is Joaquin Hamilton. I'm a member of the Sac and Fox Nation of Oklahoma. I come from Shawnee, Oklahoma. Today we are here to promote one of the largest celebrations in the Indian country. We would like to invite each and every one of you out to the Shakopee, Mdewakanton Sioux community for their annual Wachipi. The 3-day event starts with a grand entry at 7 o'clock p.m. tomorrow evening at the PowWows grounds over there by the Mystic Lake Casino. You'll have the opportunity to witness Native American championship singing and dancing throughout the weekend. So put it on your schedule, mark your calendars, and come on over. We're gonna have a wonderful weekend starting today. You know, today, we would like to share some of our heritage by performing a few of our traditional dances. Our native culture is very diverse. There are many tribes located throughout North America, and we all speak different languages, have our own styles of dances and songs. All of our performers today will dance different styles original to the indigenous people of this continent. And today, we have a lot of dancers that represent many different tribes from across both the United States and Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, you see our singers sitting on the floor down here. These grandfather drums are the most important element of our powwow. Without our drums and our singers, we're unable to dance. Being a powwow singer is a big responsibility. Each guy sitting around these drums bring an individual talent and sound. And when they sing together, they provide us with a beautiful energy, a sound that'll uplift your spirit. One of those old stories that my grandfather taught me is that at one time, these drums, they were living. As some of you may know, our drums were made of a hollowed out tree trunk, and they would cover it with a buffalo hide, or a cow hide, or an elk hide. And when you hear our singers sing this evening, you're gonna feel that energy that I'm talking about. When the singers hit that drum, you're gonna hear the bass of that drum. It represents the heartbeat of our people. My grandfather told me, when we have a circle like this and all the elements that are a part of it, it becomes something sacred. And so today, we're very fortunate and thankful to the PowWows Committee and the Mall of America staff for having us here to share a little bit of who we are as Native American people. You know, as Native people, we live in two different worlds. Not only do we go to the university to build a career, to take care of our families just like you do, we also retain our culture. We have ceremonies, we have traditional events that we do in our communities where we come from. So sometimes we'll be at work from 8 to 5 in the evening. That night we'll attend our prayer ceremonies. On weekends we'll have sun dances, we'll have sweat lodges, Native American church meetings. As Native people, we're prayerful people, we're important people. We have a deep connection to this Mother Earth. We have medicine men that still takes care of our medicine bundles that date back to the early 19th century. There's teachings, ancient teachings that are passed down that date back to the 1700s. Through all the trials and tribulations, we look around, we as Native people, we still stand strong in the sacred circle. We're still here. Regardless of any certainty, our people, they had that hope, they had that courage, they had those teachings to live on this Mother Earth. So today, we're very fortunate to be here. So at this time, we want to say thank you to our singers. We want to say thank you to our audience, our spectators, for being here this evening. You see these two gentlemen over here by the Grand Entry line. They're our arena directors. They're in charge of this circle. They're in charge of our schedule throughout the weekend. And it's my honor and privilege to introduce you to them at this time. Introducing our arena directors at this time, representing the Ojibwe, Cree, Lakota, Dakota nations, coming to us from Reserve, Kansas. How about a nice round of applause for Mr. Clifton Goodwill? Representing the Dakota nation, coming to us from Morton, Minnesota. How about a nice warm welcome for Mr. Chaske LeBlanc? I tell you what, those two gentlemen, they're championship dancers, they're championship singers. We see them all over Indian country. You know, ladies and gentlemen, all these dancers that are lined up over here in the Grand Entry lineup, they come to us from all over the United States and Canada to celebrate life through song and dance with our host tribe, the Shakopee, Mdewakanton, Sioux community. And on behalf of the PowWows committee and the staff, we're very fortunate to have them, and we say thank you to all of our dancers. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to prepare for our Thursday evening Grand Entry right here at this beautiful Mall of America. Wild band, stand by. We're going to have that first Grand Entry song. So as soon as we get the high sign from our arena staff, all right, we got the high sign, so we're going to come over here to Fletcher, Oklahoma. You're going to listen to the beautiful sounds of the wild band of Comanches. They represent the Comanche Nation out of Lawton, Oklahoma, Fletcher, Elgin. I believe there's an Apache in there somewhere. Hey, good job. So anytime you gentlemen are ready, let the good times roll. We're very honored to have the Dakota Kit Fox Honor Guard lead us in this beautiful Grand Entry. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're willing and able, please rise in honor of our traditional Eagle staff as the Color Guard leads our dancers into the sacred arena. Sight here at the Mall of America. We also want to say thank you to the Native American Women Warriors Association. They represent all women veterans. I must say, you look beautiful on this Thursday evening. Following our color guard, we want to say welcome to our Shakopee, Mdewakanton, Sioux community 2017 royalty. The senior princess, Sarah Coulter. The senior brave, Little Boy Crooks. The junior brave, Albert Borger. Junior princess, Sage Crooks. Dancing in front of the announcer stand at this time, they want to say welcome to the men's northern traditional dancers, as well as our men's southern straight dancers. Dancing in front of the announcer stand at this time, we want to say welcome to the men's southern dancers.
As we direct our attention to the center of the dance floor, we want to say thank you to the Dakota Kid Fox Honor Guard, as well as the Native American Women Warriors Association. At this time, we want to turn it over to the boys for a flag song. Ladies and gentlemen, you see our warriors. They stand with our eagle staffs. The beauty and the elegance of these traditional staffs remind me of the old stories that were passed down from our ancestors and our grandfathers. An eagle staff to our tribal nations is similar to what a flag is to a country. There's a lot of significance, there's a lot of meaning behind these traditional eagle staffs. We want to say thank you to our veterans, men and women, who have served and continue to serve for our safety and our freedom. Some of the most humble, respectful men and women. They've experienced things you and I could never imagine. They're true heroes to our families, to our tribes, to our communities. We say welcome home. Then we think about those young men and women that are on foreign soil today, taking bullets for you and I, so we can do what we love to do. And we pray for those families that won't have a loved one that will come home from war. Those warriors that paid the ultimate sacrifice. We pray for their children, their folks, their families that they left behind. Thank you, the boys. At this time, it's my honor and privilege to introduce you to our veterans and our color guard. We're very thankful to have the Dakota Kid Fox Honor Guard with us this weekend. They come to us from Sisseton, South Dakota. First off, it's my honor to introduce you to a gentleman carrying the Crooks Family Eagle Staff, coming to us from the Shakopee, Mdewakanton, Sioux community. How about a nice round of applause for Mr. Glenn Crooks? Carrying in the Kid Fox Eagle Staff, the United States Army vet, 4th Infantry Division, Vietnam. How about a round of applause for Dwayne Doc Warner? Carrying in the Lansing Shield, the United States Marine vet, 1st Marine Expeditionary Unit, Iraq. How about a round of applause for Brent Starr? Carrying in the Dakota Kid Fox Garden, United States Army vet, 101st Airborne Division, Kosovo. How about a round of applause for Alton Black Thunder? Carrying in the United States flag, the United States Army vet, 1st Infantry Division, Vietnam. Give it up for Mr. G.T. Thompson. Carrying in the POW MIA flag, United States Army vet, 1st Cavalry Division, Vietnam. How about a nice round of applause for Mr. John Two Stars? Carrying in the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate flag, United States Army vet, 1st Cavalry Division. Give it up for Mr. Craig Black Thunder. Carrying in the Kid Fox flag, United States Marine vet, HS Battalion. Give it up for Mr. Warren Stady. The Rifleman, the United States Army vet, 101st Airborne Division, Iraq. How about a nice round of applause for Mr. Thomas Durbin? Introducing Rifleman, the United States Army vet, 3rd Infantry Division, Iraq. Give it up for Mr. Cody Seaboy. Also, I would like to introduce our Native American Women Warriors Association, coming out of the great state of Colorado, carrying in the American flag, United States Marine vet, Vice President of their organization. How about a nice round of applause for Arlene Duncan? Carrying in their Navy flag, Air Force veteran. Give it up for Miss Celestine Borrego.
Carrying in the POW flag, our Army veteran, give it up for Elizabeth Jude Haas. Carrying in the Army flag, United States Army vet, give it up for Lorena Alameda. And ladies and gentlemen, standing directly behind our color guard, they represent many different PowWow committees and organizations from across Indian country. They are our royalty. Just so happened, they're the Shakopee, Mdewakanton, Sioux community royalty. First off, introducing the senior princess, give it up for Sarah Coulter. Introducing the senior brave. How about a round of applause for little boy Cruz? Introducing the junior brave, give it up for Mr. Albert Borger. Introducing the junior princess, give it up for Sage Cruz. We have a visiting royalty, visiting princess, representing junior Miss Errol Lake. Give it up for Tasha McLeod. At this time, audience, you may be seated. We're going to be coming over here to the boys for our victory song. At this time, we want to honor not only our veterans, color guards here, we also want to honor those veterans that are sitting in the audience. As our singers sing this song, we want to ask you to please stand, hold your position. We want to say thank you and honor you in that way. So at this time, we're going to turn over here to the boys for the victory song. Hoka! Singers, color guard, you may post your colors. We want to say thank you to all you veterans that stood. We honor you. We say thank you for being here this evening. We say welcome home.
How about another round of applause for our color guard? We say thank you once again. And also, how about another round of applause for all of our royalty? Give the crowd a big wave. Say exit over here at the grand entry line. All right, dancers, we're gonna go into the women's traditional category at this time. So dancers, be ready. Women's Southern, stand by. This style of dance here comes to us from the northern plains. It was told to me by some of the old ones that the women folks, they would welcome the warriors back into camp after a battle or a war. They would line the perimeter of the dance arena. They would dance, they would sing, they would lulu in support and in love of their loved one. So at this time, we're going to turn it over to the boys for a good song. Women's Northern Traditional. Witcha! Once again for a round dance song. Double beat time. Good job. How about a round of applause for our women's Northern Traditional dancers? Oh man, that was awesome. We had a couple of scrub dancers in there, woodland style. Thank you, ladies. At this time, calling in our women's Southern Traditional dancers. These ladies come to us from the Southern Plains. This style of dance is a graceful dance. At this time, we're going to turn it over here to the wild band of Comanche singers. Anytime you gentlemen are ready, let's swing and sway the Fletcher way. Hookah.
Oh, that was beautiful. All right, well, man, and Comanches, it's time to round dance. How about a nice round of applause for our women's Southern traditional dancers? Thank you, ladies. That was beautiful. At this time, we would like to call in the women's jingle category. This style of dance originates in the Great Lakes area among the Ojibwe Nation. But today, we are very thankful to all of our dancers for being here today. At this time, we would like to turn it over to the boys for a real good jingles dance song. Hugga! Over here to the board for a side step. Here we go now. Good job. Woo! women's fancy shawl dancers. Make your way into the arena. In the early 1960s, there was a few of the women's traditional dancers that wanted to change their style, wanted to add a little bit more footwork. Today, we have the women's fancy shawl. Anytime you're ready there, Wild Band of Comanche. People, let them hear it. All right, we're coming over here to the boys for Aloha. Good job. At this time, we would like to call in our men's Northern traditional dancers. These dancers here, they dress the original style of war dance. They wear an eagle bustle tied around their waist. As these gentlemen dance, they're going to tell us the story of a battle or a hunt. So at this time, we're going to call upon the boys for a straight song. Anytime you gentlemen are ready. Pay close attention, they're going to tell us a story. Hoka! turn it back over to the boys for a sneak up. Watch them now. Good job. Watch them as they sneak up on their enemy. Let's get this war party started. Hookah. At this time, we would like to call in our men Southern Straight Dancers. These are the warriors of the Southern Plains. In the mid-19th century, the Ponca people brought down the war dance to Indian Territory, which is now present-day Oklahoma. They shared this man dance, this Hiloska, with the surrounding tribes in northern part of Oklahoma. And today, this is what it evolved into. So we're going to turn it over to the wild band of Comanches for the men's Southern Straight Dance. In the 1800s, some of our warriors, they were known to take horses, steal horses. So at this time, we're going to go into a horse stealing song or a trot dance song. Hi-ya! applause for our men summer straight dancers. Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we would like to call in the men grass dancers. This style of dance originated up there in the northern part of the United States. Back in the old days, there were grass dance societies, ceremonies that these gentlemen would be a part of and take part of. Today, this is what that dance has evolved into. So we're going to turn it over here to Wild Band of Comanches for their straight song. Anytime you gentlemen are ready, give them a good grass dance song. Hoka! Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we're going to come over here to the boys for some double beat action. Hoka! Let them hear it. Ah, that was awesome. At this time, we'd like to call in the men's curry chicken dancers. This type of dance originated in the northern part of the country among some of our Blackfeet relatives. It's very entertaining to watch. In the springtime, males of the prairie chicken would establish booming sites where they would dance and try to gain the attention of the female prairie chickens. Today, this is what that dance evolved into. And it was told to me by some of our elders that this dance is for the ladies. It's a courtship dance. So anytime you gentlemen are ready, the boys, we're gonna establish a booming ground right here in the Mall of America. Hoka! awesome. All right, we're going to be coming back over to the boys for their second song, the chicken dance song. At this time, we'd like to invite our fancy war dancers into the arena. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the fastest moccasins in Indian country. This style of dance dates back to the mid-19th century. Back then, it was the war dance of present time. A lot of our war dancers were invited to perform with the Wild West shows by the direction of Pawnee Bill, Buffalo Bill. Those dancers would travel the world with those shows to share our culture. Today, this is what that dance has evolved into. And I tell you what, hold on to your seats because it's going to be a fast one. We're going to come over here to the Wild Band of Comanches. Hoo-cha! Around 1930, there were two individuals from the Ponca Nation of Oklahoma. They changed that war dance into what it is now. A gentleman by the name of Dennis Roughface, Gus McDonald. We pay tribute, we give them honor. At this time, we want to come over here to the Wild Band of Comanche for song number 2. Here we go, gentlemen. Hoo-cha! Watch it now, watch it. Have a round of applause for our fancy belly dancers. Man, oh man, that was so fast, that was NASCAR fast. I think I burned 200 calories just watching it. Hey. At this time, we would like to invite all of our dancers in for an intertribal So we're going to come over here to the Wild Band of Comanches for one good intertribal. And we want to invite each and every one of you. You've been watching our dancers dance throughout the show. If you're feeling it, feel free to come in and dance with our dancers. Come shake hands, say hello, introduce yourself. So anytime you're ready there, Wild Band of Comanches, sing us a nice intertribal song. Maybe someone in the audience is kind of feeling the spirit. Feel free to come on in, dance with us. At this time, we're going to come back over here to the Wild Band of Comanches for a round dance. And so we want to invite all of you spectators, if you're feeling it, come on in, get in line, round dance with us. It's a friendship dance. If you want to hold hands, feel free. Our dancers, they love to hold hands. Hey. Good job. Especially that one in the yellow over there. Hey. We're gonna swing and sway the Pole of America way. Polka! prepare to dance out our colors here. Calling upon the Dakota Kid Fox Honor Guard and also the Native American Women Warriors. Stand by, dancers. We're going to dance the colors out. At this time, we'd like to call our veterans. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we want to invite you, each and every one of you, to the Shakopee, Mdewakanton, Sioux Community, Wachipi, August 18th, 19th, and 20th, over at the Mystic Lake area. There's the powwow grounds over there. Grand entry tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Grand entry on Saturday, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Sunday, 1 o'clock. So call a friend, tell a family member, come on out. There's going to be about 1,200 more dancers out there at the powwow, so feel free to come on out and enjoy your weekend with us. We're going to have about 10 more drum groups. It's going to be awesome. So feel free to come on out, check us out. All right, Wild Band. At this time, before we dance out the colors, the arena director asked me to say a closing prayer. You know, as Native people, we're taught by our elders to begin with a prayer and end with a prayer. So at this time, if you would please bear with me as I lead us in prayer. Our dear, most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for this great opportunity to share some of our culture with our other brothers and sisters. Maybe some way, somehow, there will be an understanding in there for those relatives. Some way, somehow, down the road, we can get along with one another, try to understand one another. Dearly Father God, I ask that you be with our federal government as they make decisions for us as a nation, as a whole. Some way, somehow, it could be good for all of us, for all colors like that. Dearly Father God. Dearly Father God, I ask that you be with all of our powwow participants, our powwow committee, our head staff, our host tribe like that as we continue on through the weekend. I ask for good, safe travel mercies to all those that are going to be making their way out to Mystic Lake area like that, Creator God. I ask that you be with all of us, from young to old. Keep us safe here at the Mall of America. I ask that you be with our families, wherever you find them at. Maybe someone's having a hard time, maybe someone's in mourning, maybe someone's incarcerated. Some way, somehow you touch their hearts, you be with their family like that, Creator God. I ask that you be with those that are having health issues. You be with them. Send a special blessing over to them like that, Creator God. I ask that you be with our singers once again, our color guard. I ask that you be with me, my folks, my family back home as well. I'm going to leave a lot unsaid, but you know how I am in my heart and my mind. I leave it in your hands in a good way. I humble myself before you. I ask all these things in a good way. Amen. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and turn it over here to the Wild Band of Comanches. As we make our grand exit here, we want to ask our dancers to follow in behind our color guard. So anytime you gentlemen are ready. So we're going to ask for 2 push-ups for the flag and then take us on out. So as our singers sing this flag song, we say thank you once again to our veterans. As I made mention earlier, these Eagle staffs to our tribal nations are similar to what a flag is to our country. We look around this evening. We as Native people, we're still here.
standing strong. Our Creator blessed us with a beautiful culture. We say thank you to all for being here this evening. As our veterans lead us in our grand exit, we want to say thank you once again to the Dakota Kid Fox Honor Guard. We say thank you to Glenn Brooks, Doc Wana, G. Thompson, Don Two-Star, Brent Starr, Alvin Black Thunder, Trey Black Thunder, Warren Stady, Thomas Gorman, Cody Seymour, Arlene Duncan, Celeste Borrego, Elizabeth Cruz Haas, Loretta Alameda. We say thank you to all of our veterans. We also want to say thank you to our Shakopee, Mdewakanton Sioux Community 2017 royalty. We say thank you to Sarah Coulter, Little Boy Crooks, Albert Borger, Sage Cook, and also Austin McLeod. On behalf of the PowWows Committee, we also want to say thank you to our dancers for being here on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. We also say thank you to all our spectators, John Lee, your family, your community. Thank you, singers. Thank you, dancers. On behalf of the PowWows Committee, we say thank you to each and every one of you. Once again, we wish you well. Hope to see you at the PowWow tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Be safe. Our wild band of Comanche singers are requesting a kiss cam. Hey. Good to see you, boys. Hey. We say thank you to Wild Band, the Comanches, and the boys. Thank you for providing us with your beautiful talent. We wish you well. See you at Drum Roll Call tomorrow evening. 6:45, Drum Roll Call. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, at this time, I'm going to sign off. We wish you well. See you down the road. Thank you.